All right, everybody, it is embarkation day. I'm heading over to the port of Miami. Get on board another MSC ship. This time it's the MSC Seascape. So the MSC Seascape is a sister ship of the Seashore that I've sailed on before. You can check out all those videos, all that content on the channel already. I'm excited to sail in Yacht Club once again. I had an amazing experience last time. It's a very short cruise, just 2 nights. So it's about 9:30 right now. Daylight savings time was last night, so I am ready to get on the ship. I'm very excited. Let's get going. The ship was leaving from Terminal AA, which is MSC's new cruise terminal. It can handle up to 3 ships at a time, which is pretty crazy. And as you can see, when multiple ships are unloading, it can get quite busy in the drop-off area. I did manage to find the MSC Yacht Club tent, though, to drop off just my little carry-on bag, just so I didn't have to carry it on board. Wasn't as formal as my experience in Orlando, a little confusing and chaotic with just everyone coming off of the multiple ships. Funny enough, there were Royal Caribbean ships that were using this terminal, so MSC definitely getting some revenue from their competition there. But if I was someone coming on board from a different ship, I would absolutely love it here because it is an absolutely beautiful terminal. They had a special Yacht Club entrance and security area, which is great. So I just showed my boarding pass and then was welcomed into the check-in area. They checked my passport, handed me my key card, and I was off to the races. They use facial recognition here, sort of like the fanciest biometric scanning that you'll see at airports now. So I know that all the technology going into this place is going to be top-notch just because of how new it is and how many passengers they have to process with 3 ships in port. Beautiful LEDs with some fun manta rays and things swimming around, and you can see just how beautiful this terminal is. Definitely a fancy airport feeling to it. Was a little confused on where to go and check in for Yacht Club because no one was there kind of leading me along. This is something that I've noticed with different Yacht Club check-ins that I've experienced, that sometimes it's not completely seamless, which I would kind of expect based on the marketing, but not a big deal. Pretty easy to find when there was no one really in the terminal here. But some small snacks and a nice little area with some Prosecco as well. I am surprised, though, that this area wasn't a little bit fancier and maybe some plugs to charge some electronics as you wait to board, but not a big deal, and a lot of times you're not really hanging out here all that long. So it's 10:52 and we are getting on the ship, so nice and easy boarding process here at the Yacht Club. Morning. So we are being led aboard by a butler to the muster stations, though unfortunately they thought that I was a part of a certain muster group. It was no big deal. It was actually on the other deck, just one deck above, so I was able to find that very quickly. Again, another little service hiccup here getting on board. I do think that the Yacht Club experience, based on prior experiences, is absolutely fantastic as soon as you step on board and get all checked in to the Yacht Club. Boarding day is chaotic for everyone, so really not a deal breaker by any means, but if you are someone who likes to be led aboard, just make sure that they're leading you to the correct muster station. Once I checked into the muster station, we were led to the Yacht Club lounge. Because our staterooms were not quite ready yet, so we had about an hour until they actually opened up. They could take your bags over to your room, though, and drop them off if you wanted to go explore the rest of the ship. I wanted to explore the Yacht Club a little bit. It was really fantastic just seeing all the beauty within here. You see how this is just for Yacht Club. Never feels really busy. There's always a seat for everyone, so I think they do a really good job with crowding here. I love all the snacks available as well. One thing I think would be nice is if we are let aboard around 11 a.m., having lunch available for Yacht Club start at 11 a.m. on Embarkation Day rather than noon. I think it would just kill the time before our staterooms are ready a little bit better. But after just a little bit of waiting and a cocktail or two, it was time for lunch. It's nice because a lot of ships are coming and going in the port of Miami while you wait to depart as well. So a lot of things to look at. You'll see a lot more cruise spotting, ship spotting later in the video. I think the views from the restaurant are some of the biggest highlights of Yacht Club. It's just so nice to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner with these awesome port or sea views. So you can take a look at the menu for lunch. It was similar, if not identical, to what I've had in Yacht Club for lunch earlier. And a great thing about Yacht Club is all drinks are included. You basically get the premium beverage package, part of the perks. So it's really great just to have a nice glass of wine with lunch, some sparkling water. It's basically free flowing here. Pretty fun. If you want all of the inclusions of Yacht Club and for me to spell that out to you, we have a awesome Yacht Club video that I will link down below. I do think that is one of the best values in cruising, and so you can see the food is absolutely fantastic. And so with lunch complete, it was time to explore my balcony stateroom. Now, I originally booked an inside cabin here in Yacht Club, which is a really great deal. It's a really nice way to get into Yacht Club without overspending. But once I got on board, I realized that I actually had a balcony stateroom. So that is probably because I have status matched to Diamond status with the MSC. I use my World of Hyatt status. If you follow the channel regularly, you know that I love my Hyatts. And they matched it to what was then their top tier status. They've since added another tier above that. But there's a lot of perks involved once you are on board, even if you're not in Yacht Club. And one of them is a stateroom upgrade. So it's awesome that I got a couple $100 upgrade to a balcony stateroom for free. So thanks to MSC for that. Lots of fun inclusions here in the Yacht Club room. Just a really fantastic, giant room overall, honestly. Lots of nice features just for Yacht Club as well, like the coffee maker there. And you just have some space to spread out. You have a nice little living area as well. So it's a small room if you compare it to other hotels on land, but I think for a ship, it's actually quite spacious. So a very nice room. I really like the colors too. The grays are just like really, really pretty. Reminds me of these high-end Hyatts that I love. You do have included minibar, and they do give you the snacks in the minibar at least once for free. You have a lot of coffees for the Nespresso machine, real glassware in there. So all very slick, very high-end, plenty of closet space as well. So I think that you're very well taken care of here in terms of accommodations in Yacht Club. Next, I wanted to explore the rest of the ship. MSC's Yacht Club does have a lovely sun deck, but there's a whole ship to explore. Embarkation Day, a great day to do that. It's one of my favorite days on any cruise vacation. The express elevators that you have access to as a Yacht Club member are really helpful. It's the forward elevators, and you just tap your MSC wristband from Yacht Club and you get priority elevators, which is really great. They're all destination elevators throughout the ship, so just keep that in mind. Some people hate them. I've kind of grown to like them. Back of the ship has the infinity pool. It's one of the coolest areas of the ship. Found it interesting the ship was registered in Malta. A lot of the ships I sail on are usually registered in the Bahamas, I feel. We also have a bar and gelato corner here, which is really great for those hot days. Overall, I think the arrival experience can continue to be worked on for MSC. It's not super slick. It's not as slick as what I would expect for a top tier area of the ship. So it's a super short cruise. It's a 2-night voyage on board. I'm actually going to be on board in 3-4 days because they are moving the ship over to Galveston, Texas, and MSC invited me on board to check out what it's like in a new port. They're making some changes, so I'm excited to check out the ship before that happens. Then we can focus on just the event a little later on in the week. Another great thing here is that I have the exact same butler that I did the last time I was in Yacht Club, Hindra, who's awesome. We both kind of had a moment where like, I feel like we've met each other before, and it was totally him. So it's awesome to have a butler for the short voyage here. They really do hustle around a lot. A lot of inclusions here in Yacht Club, very fun. So excited to be on board again. Let's go explore. Since we are the last ship to leave port today, we're going to have a lot of ship spotting because there were 6 ships in port, which is kind of wild. First ship is Symphony of the Seas. You can check out a full tour and review of Symphony of the Seas on my channel. I love this ship. One of my favorite ships I've sailed on. Really got me to love the Oasis class ships on Royal Caribbean. Just a really beautiful ship itself and fun to see it leave port. Everyone going to have a fun week somewhere in the Caribbean. Next up is the Carnival Horizon, which went down to the turning basin to turn around, which is what we were going to do in a little bit. Horizon in the news recently, not for a good reason, unfortunately, but it is a Vista class ship. I've been on a similar build with Carnival on the Carnival Venezia. I do like the Havana area on board. It's got a nice theme, and it's a little bit of a private oasis for those that have access. During this, I did want to check out the pool buffet, so it's open for breakfast and lunch. This is a great option if you don't want to do a full sit-down dinner, or if you are still in your pool gear and you do not want to get dressed up to go to the restaurant. The restaurant does technically have a dress code. They want you to wear long pants, though I did not have long pants on this voyage, and they never said anything, so you may want to pack a few dressier items if you're in Yacht Club. Independence of the Seas was next to leave. You can check out a full tour of that on the channel as well. I sailed on her last year. She's a part of the Freedom class and another great ship, though I think my favorite within that class is actually Freedom. As I sat down to dinner, the Norwegian Aqua was leaving. I haven't seen this class of ship yet, haven't made it on board NCL's new class of ships. I know they're pretty spectacular, so I'm excited to get on board one of these days. And then Virgin Voyages was leaving next. Been on Scarlet Lady and had a great time. It was my first cruise after the reopening from the pandemic, so it was kind of a weird cruise because no one was on board. But it was great views as I sat window side for dinner. So I had some of the different items available on the menu tonight. Crispy wontons and their salad were fantastic. And then we actually started moving ourselves, so it was fun to have the turning basin as some entertainment during dinner. Wanted to try the pasta because they make every bit of pasta on board fresh every day, and then of course had the steak. Great views of Miami as we left though, beautiful. The turning basin is a nice little treat if your ship is positioned correctly in Miami. Basically you sail all the way down towards downtown Miami and make a full turn, and then head back out to sea. This is a very dramatic exit from Miami, a great sail away celebration treat. Some great yachts though. You also have a lot of supercars riding down the causeway over to South Beach. And the only bummer about a nighttime exit is you don't have that cool dramatic look at South Beach as you leave the port area, but still fun at night for sure. Very unique little experience here. I had a free ride on the F1 simulator due to my diamond status, and then wanted to check out some of the shows for the evening.
Hello! Buonasera, buenas noches, bonsoir, good night. How's everybody doing?
Gonna have myself a real good time. I feel
Let's do it, let's do it, do it, and do it, let's do it, let's live it up and do it, and do it, hey, hey, and do it, and do it, here we go, we gotta rock.
So overall, I felt like the show was nice and entertaining. They did have a variety show in the Cabaret Rouge, which is a pretty unique feature of this ship. They had a lot of bands playing around the ship, keeping the energy high late at night. Had a little nightcap at the Yacht Club lounge with some piano music, and then had a chocolate next to my pillow. We'll see you on the next vlog here at Ocean Key.